Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryu Goes Rar. I'm here again with another video of the month. Last time I covered Biotank Raven. I think that build is really good against Colossus meta, but lately I feel like we're all starting to see a shift in more gateway-oriented army comps again. So this will just be a build to help you kind of understand how to play the opposite, because, you know, going Biotank into Raven against Mass Gateway is pretty suicidal. So I'm going to show you guys how I like to do Biomine Raven. So really strong build, very fucking fun too. There's a lot of mini variations you can do this build in. The one I'm going to show you guys today is just focused on hitting the timing. The other two variations, there's one that gets a Cyclone. This is really good against, that variation is super good against, you know, Stargate openers. There's one that has you get a free tank first. That's a really good one against, you know, kind of early aggression. It's pretty good against stuff like Immortal Timings or, you know, Gateway aggression. Because, you know, mines are great and all against the Gateway army, but early on you kind of need a little bit of them first. But anyways, we're just going to do the standard one that focuses on the timing alone. Now, normally you would do Rax Reactor for the tank one, but this one you always want to do Rax Marine, and that's just because we need that gas. You'll see why, you'll see why. Anyways, 16 gas, 16 Rax, obviously the Rax first, that's my bad there, a little bit of a clarity issue. I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm getting way better. I've recently found again my passion in RTS games through Warcraft 3. We're just going to leave our Reaper here, by the way, just because we're covering the video. So Reaper, Marine, and then you want to drop down your factory. I like to always put the factory a little bit in the back. This is so that, like, let's say they ever had a really early stalker. You want to be able to put the tech lab here, Cyclone, and, you know, not have it attacked. After that, you're going to get your second gas. Actually, that SCV should have gone down there to build a depot. So that's going to be a reactor right here. And a bunker right here with the Marine covering it. And usually 220 bunker is pretty solid. 222 works too, just as fine. If you 18 SCV scout, by the way, let me pause real quick here. This is something I've needed to go over for a long time. If you ever 18 SCV scout, you know it's Cyber first, or you know it's a really late kind of a Nexus. Before you make the reactor, make 2 more blind Marines. This will put you at 3 Marines, 1 Reaper. This will make you safe against an early Stalker, against an early Adept, against an early anything while you get up your bunker. Let's continue. Just a little safety thing. This is also really good against Proxy Gate, so that's personally how I'd recommend holding it. So you're gonna do Starport right away. I'm gonna have this go here. Mine right away. Guy in the bunker. Okay, small thing I did here. This mule, you want it on the closest patch. This one right here, or this one, or this one. Not this, this, or this. This will just make sure it mines the most optimally. Also want to have your SCVs rally there. Okay, we're rallying our units there. Now after this starport's done, we're going to make a barracks just like so. After that barracks, we're going to make a depot, just at about 38. We're going to make that medevac right away. Gonna make that 1 extra mine. Actually, we're only going to go up to 2 mines here. Sorry, that's my bad. We can leave these extra Marines here. After that first depot, we're going to make a second one. It's going to be constant depot here, by the way. You're going to see these two should finish at roughly the same time. Which is why we're going to do another barracks right here. Another tech lab right here. We're going to send our mine drop out. This guy's going to go on to here. You're going to do a 416 even. Well, this is 410, but it's fine. You're going to do your Raven. You're going to send this guy over here back down to right here. And make that extra depot. Gonna lift this up. Right over here. Swap those two. Paying attention to our mine drop. We want to have our boys over here. Quickly grab an SCV. bunker right here, or sorry, depot right there. You're gonna start +1 attack. You're gonna start a stim. Oops, wrong one. Reactor. Now, don't go in with your, like, Widomine drop if you feel like it's, you know, defended. But if it isn't, you know, quickly go in. If it is, just send your mine back, you know? So we're gonna swap these two. Send you down here. Take our next gas. And at this point, double depot at a time. Double Marauder. Let's say they did, you know, real quick, pause again. Let's say they did have some stalkers there and we couldn't find any damage with our mine drop. That's fine. If you feel like it's a blink timing, put a one of mine right where my cursor is here, and another one here, and just have your bio chill. This way you save the Widow Mines, you save the medevac, and if they ever blink in, let me show you. If you have like a Widow Mine, say right here, its range covers just at the edge. So if they blink in, you know they're taking damage. The only way they don't take damage is if they have enough stalkers to blink right in, one-shot the Widow Mine. But that requires a ton of micro. And if they do that, you know, you'll still have your bio in position right here. So again, at this point, we're focusing on the timing. We're going to cut SCVs here at about 47. We're just going to focus on our muling, making our units. You can see we should have just about enough money to just make everything. Marauder. Marauder, you can cut some of these depot SCVs for a while. Whoops, this mule was badly placed. Remember what I said about those mules, though? Closest patches. There's an observer right here. Check to seeing observers. Zoom in and out. Cool. Okay. We're gonna make one more batch of Widow Mines. We're gonna send you down to the 3rd CC. Unload you. We hear those 2 medevacs are out. Cool. We're now gonna go over. Our goal is to hit here, his 3rd base, at 7 minutes. We're now gonna start rallying our units here. I'm gonna grab that concussive shell here. We're gonna make these last 2 Widow Mines here. Let's see our upgrade there finished. We're gonna drop down to 3rd CC. Usually you want to go from the top side here, but that's fine. Again, against the AI. Behind this you can do your 2 barracks. You can see here where you hit just at 7 minutes. We should have all of our upgrades. You can see stim, combat shield, +1. This finishes up here. All these units, you can go boost across. Oh, we forgot our depots. Okay, don't forget those depots. Remember, we want to constantly be making them. So we're going to just drop supply real quick here. A little bit of cheating, but that's okay. Behind this, we have our 5 racks coming up. Your 5 racks coming up on time, by the way, is huge. I've lost a lot of games just because of how slow my 5 racks was. In TvP, hitting timings is really important. So if your 5 racks is late, you're not going to have a lot of bio to pressure. Okay. Focusing on our units. Still making mines here. Reactor, tech lab. We can actually go ahead and say drop down another eBay, another armory. Start up our orbital. Whoops. And then about at 8:05, 8:10, we can drop down to Ghost Academy. This Ghost Academy is going to be really important. We can keep grabbing our rally units here, you know, sending out mini drops here. If that's your style, you can keep making medevacs. You can go for Libs, Vikings. If you do see Colossus transition, you actually want to start going for to lift this off and make it a 2nd starport. Yep. Keeping the macro good and solid. Keep making units. Keep making those medevacs. You can trade out with your bio. You want to deny their 4th base. If you can go for a snipe on a Nexus, say the main base. Or like maybe get some forges here, you can go for that. We want to grab the EMP upgrade. We're going to go for +2, +2. About 9 minutes we want to drop down that next CC. And quickly jump in here sometimes, you know. Like, Widow Mine dropping, they'll sometimes pull probes or they may not. You can just drop a Widow Mine real quick, get a lot of probe damage here. Another really annoying thing in this matchup that you can do, if you want to like just kind of piss off the Protoss player, if you focus their gas geysers. Let's say you don't think they're gonna get the the Nexus, you could just kill their gas geysers and pylons real quickly, or their cyber core, and that's like a really big annoyance because they don't make extras, you know. And if it's gas geysers, they have to take the time to remake that. So let's say they're just struggling. We can keep hiding our winter mines here, you know. Kite zealots. And the next patch is going to be super easy to do this because zealots are significantly weaker. Behind this, we can start going for our 8 racks, our next starport, our fusion core. We don't actually need this here. And we can start developing for late game TvP. So CCs, you know, missile turrets. And take some of these SCVs here, 4 of them. Have them start mining there. We want to get up to +2 ship weapons for our 3-3 timing. You don't want to take any great massive fights with your 1-1, just because 1-1 isn't really the strongest of upgrades. When you have 2-2 again, you have a small window you can fight in. Not a massive one, but an acceptable one. And we want to just start expanding. Protoss will out-expand you quickly as well if you stop expanding, so you want to be able to keep up in that late game. And late game TvP is really all about just like, you know, kind of denying them expansions and just picking away with a like really good defensive position. So our 8 racks, you can go up to 5 tech labs, 1 reactor. Sometimes you can take just like mini skirmishes of bio like this, sack it for a nexus, and then do a big drop in the main. You know, kind of play it old school style. If they have disruptors, you definitely want to play old school style because disruptors they start to lose their equity in high supply games. So we can do orbital. We can take some of these CCs and lift them off. This army here could be doing something. Like we could have this army over here. If you kept the Raven alive, by the way, that snowballs really, really fast. We can say we have our 2-2 done. We can say go in here, stim, siege, you know, quickly pick off some stuff there, you know. All this bios over here. This could be another little force of its own. Then we could have this like Doom Drop come in, you know, as we're hitting the natural here. We're hitting the 3rd base here. Doom Drop just comes in, start unloading it, kill the main base, trade out somewhere. You don't have to win in every single battle, but just doing stuff is enough. So we can land these CCs. We can go up to a 5 port. Nukes are pretty good against Protoss too, like they are Zerg. Would recommend. And at this point, we just want to mine out as much of the map as we can and set up defensive positions. Sometimes you may say, oh hey, Protoss is over here, they have this position, and we want to break it. And we're like over here. What we can do, let's say we have the time, we have some Liberators, we can set up missile turrets, you know, like that. These not only create like a choke you can fight in, but they'll help against stuff like Colossus, you know, they make it a little bit harder to engage. They make going in with those War Prisms and Storm really difficult. And we can just split behind them and use them as like kind of blockers for Zealots. Oh, accidentally ended the game too quick. That's fine. But you can see behind this, we're 8-1-5. Sorry, 8-1-4 there. We can go up to 5 here. Add some extra Ghost Academies too. I'm gonna get your Lib range. Get nukes if you want. Our biggest timing here will be at this window with +2, +3. Again, we're mining out our bases. We actually, this is a really big deal, something I didn't really mention. You want to go up to a lot of SCVs. 60 was not enough there. It's really easy to stop producing workers in TvP just because of how, you know, quickly you'll saturate your few bases due to how late you take them, but it's good to keep on making them. Again, PFs are hard to fight for both Zerg, Terran, and Protoss, so they can be really helpful. You don't need to have 2 armies or 3 armies like this, but, you know, having something else on the map can be nice. Liberators can be very annoying when you have that +2 attack, because, you know, your Liberator will start 2-shotting their Stalkers, so that can be really nice. You see there, we would have our timing finishing up. So we could say, hey, let's say this is like a big Lib army. We could come in here, siege here, you know, like I said before, we have our big Doom Drop here. We're gonna just, you know what, we're gonna shift queue that adds that to the army. Excuse me. And then we can have our Doom Drop come in here like that. Meanwhile, our big army is coming in here. So a really dedicated attack, but they can't be everywhere at once. You'll get damaged somewhere, and you kind of want to still be able to have somewhere to leave. Orbitals here. You can set up missile turrets here so they don't get in. Another good missile turret spot is something like this. Actually, you can even put missile turrets over by here if you want to prevent lots of stuff. Mining these bases' gases out, the purple gases on any map, is really huge. This is another really nice base to have. It's really easy to defend with a couple libs, and it's hard for the Protoss to engage up to. But playing late game TvP is similar to late game TvZ. You're never going to have like one decisive fight that you win, but if you can win mini skirmishes around the map, you know, you can take positions, you can use your Lib Viking to pick off Colossus, EMP to stop Storm, then sometimes you can, like, you know, catch them at a position somewhere. You know, set up those like huge, awesome Maru surrounds if that's your aim. Never go for like the 100% end-all be-all fight. Anyways, that's TvP. This is what I consider right now to be a really strong ladder build. If you can hit that 7-minute timing, you can kind of freestyle it from there, but yeah, that's the build. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. It wasn't nearly as in-depth, I know, as the TvZ one. I'm also going to be uploading if you haven't watched that one yet. But I hope this one's been useful. If there's any questions, I'll just try to answer them. But yeah, thank you for watching. Take care.